Good day to you. My name is Aaron Christy. I am the Chief Operating Officer here at Indy Roof Company, and we're doing something a little bit different to help you as a homeowner, and we're going to give answers to some of the most frequently asked questions that we receive from homeowners and clients. And with me today, we have the founder of Indy Roof Company, Aaron Christy. Aaron, so glad to be doing this. I think it's going to be great, and let's have some fun doing it.
Yeah, I think so. Should be a good time.
Awesome. Well, like I said, we wanted to get in and talk about some of the more frequently asked questions that we get. And Aaron, want to pick your brain on these things.
Okay.
Question number one that we get very frequently is, what are my options if my insurance company denies my claim?
So first and foremost, hopefully somebody has filed a claim. You went with a company that's filed a claim that is justified, and there's actually storm damage or a reason to file a claim. But if there is, and plenty of roofs and home damage gets denied, even when there is damage. And I joke around that it's kind of the Wild West out there because you get different adjusters. No matter the insurance company, there's different adjusters. They can be in different moods. They could have just got yelled at by a significant other and in a bad mood. They could have just maybe got in trouble for approving too many claims or something like that. So it's pretty crazy, the inconsistencies you see on the results of adjuster meetings. But if you do get a denial, all right, so there's a couple different options that you can do. First and foremost, if you believe that there is legitimate damage that you're seeing and it should have been approved, what you can do, and the easiest thing to do, is just call and ask for a new adjuster. Call and ask for a new adjuster and a re-inspection, and have a different adjuster come out and assess it. And they can look at it and say, hey, yes, I agree with the first adjuster. Or what happens a lot is if there's legitimate damage, they'll come out and actually change it and go, okay, yeah, there is significant damage here. And they can go in and change it and write it up to be bought. So that's the easiest way to do it. There are a few other options. You can get a public adjuster involved, which is somebody that's very familiar with the insurance world. They're on your side. They're allowed to talk to the insurance company about your policy, what's in there. And then there's a third option, which is called appraisal. And this is probably the lesser known option, which it's pretty crazy because we use a lot of appraisals. And what appraisal is, people think when I get an appraisal on my home, how much is it worth? But in the insurance claims world, an appraisal is an estimate of the damages. What's damaged? How much will it cost to replace those damages or bring it back to pre-storm condition, if you will? And this was written in the law, I believe, about 100 years ago, because insurance companies are for-profit companies, right?
Yeah.
And so just going, hey, what are you going to give me? And then they just pick a number. If there wasn't some sort of checks and balances system, it could get a little sketchy. So everybody has the right to appraisal. Now, the laws on appraisal do vary from state to state, but in Indiana, appraisal, you can go in and assess damages. If they say, hey, something's not damaged, you can then go in and have an appraisal done, and they'll look at it. And let me clarify. What appraisal is you have an independent appraiser that is hired by you that comes out to assess the damages. The insurance company then has a different independent appraiser. Where a lot of the insurance company policies, like internal policies, are designed to kind of make them money. For instance, Allstate, I believe, says 75% of your roof has to be damaged by wind in order to do a replacement instead of a repair. Yeah. And so we've seen Allstate claims with 250 shingles that are supposed to be repaired when it should be a replacement, because either the shingles are unrepairable or discontinued, or it's just hard to find, which 250 can be repaired without damaging other areas. So when the appraisers come out, they follow all of the current codes and guidelines. They're not worried about the company's money. They go in and do this. And we probably had 500 appraisals over the last 3 years or so.
And it's that independent review that is
right.
That is key.
100%. Out of the 500 or so, and I'm guessing on that number, but I would guess it's pretty close to right. I do know that we just had something checked the other day from our appraisal company, and we have a 93% win rate in appraisal. Yeah. So that just goes to show you, if we were filing for appraisals on things that shouldn't be bought, we wouldn't have a 93% win rate,
And this is one of those things that is so important to know and to, maybe not fully understand, but have a solid grasp of how to leverage these types of tools and resources. To your point, because the insurance company is a for-profit business, and that's okay. I mean, roofing companies are too.
Yep.
So but doing the right thing for a homeowner and for a customer is also the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
And the okay thing to do, and that's where this kind of comes into play, and why it's important. And exactly what we're talking about here is making sure that you know the options that are available to you as the homeowner or the insured.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the biggest thing, is educating the homeowners so they can make the right decision for them, and they'll have all the available options. Because what I see far too often is an adjuster will come out to an insured that doesn't have a contractor representing them. They've just called their agent and filed a claim that way or something. And they'll just come out and say, oh, no, you don't have any damage. That's fine.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of the times people believe that their insurance companies are 100% there to protect them. It's good to have insurance and it's good to have protection, but they don't always make the right decisions. And so to have somebody come out and tell you, oh, there's no damage, and so you let the claim go, you filed a claim, you have it on your record, and then nothing comes about from it, and now you still have a damaged roof, or you have a leak, or you have these things going on, and a claim on your record, and you've got nothing to show for it when it should have been covered. That's what's frustrating to me. And if people just knew, hey, there are other ways to do it. I'm allowed to have somebody recheck it.
Right.
I'm allowed to have an independent party come out and do these things. That's what we want them to know.